Hello once again. Welcome ulit sa ating Due Business Tips and Lessons. I know the last time I uploaded a video, it's like 4 months ago at medyo na-busy kasi tayo. But then, andito tayo ulit to discuss with you a new lesson or a new topic na very important sa mga businesses. And ang ating topic ngayon ay about the basic payroll. Okay, medyo malawak ang coverage ng payroll. So, i-divide ko ulit ito into several parts. For now, it's just the introduction, part 1. And, sige, let's start now with our lessons. Okay. First, let's define what payroll is. Payroll is referring to the total compensation a business pays in its employees. So basically, ano to ito yung concern ng mga businesses and of course ng employees sa pagtatrabaho. So kailangan natin talagang pagtuunan ng pansin. And yung payroll process naman, ito naman yung calculation to arrive at the amount due to the employees called the net pay after the necessary taxes and other deductions. And itong payroll process then is very prone to mistakes. So we have to really practice extra care when we calculate payroll. Okay. So ano-ano pang mga kailangan nating i-consider when we talk about payroll? Unang-una, kailangan natin ng accuracy. Pag hindi accurate ang payroll, problema yan. Magrereklamo. Buti ng buti kung sobra. Pag sumobra tayo ng calculation, walang magrereklamo. Pero pag kinulang ang net pay, ayan na, uulanin ka na ng mga reklamo. Okay? Timely. Ibig sabihin, dapat kung 15 or katapusan lang ang sahod, dapat hindi kayo madidelay. Pag na-delay, reklamo rin. And on top of that, bawal talagang malate ang ating payroll. Ano pang kailangan nyo i-consider when you prepare payroll? You have to adhere to laws and regulations and other statutory compliance sa DOLE, sa SSS, sa PhilHealth, HDMF or Pag-ibig, at saka sa BIR. And take note, non-adherence with these laws can attract serious legal and financial consequences. So, probably aware naman kayo na may mga certain business owners talagang kinukulong for non-remittance of SSS contributions. Kinaltasan yung empleyado, pagkatapos hindi nyo ni-remit, kasi merong equivalent share si employer dyan mas mataas pag SSS. Sa PhilHealth tsaka sa Pag-ibig, equal lang kayo, pantay lang. So kung anong contribution ng employee, tatapatan nyo lang. But with SSS, medyo malaki ang share ni employer. And it's punishable by law kung hindi mo i-remit yan. Because these are benefits that are due to our employees. Okay. Again, with regards to payroll process, yung payroll needs careful planning then because it's an ongoing task. Alam nyo naman, it's a monthly thing, every 15th and 30th. Yung iba nga weekly. Wala naman yatang daily, pero weekly ang pinaka na-experience ko ng common. At saka yung, of course, ang very common is the 15th and 30th. And provision din yan ng DOLE na we pay every twice at the minimum, twice a month. Okay? And there has to be constant monitoring na very important din sa payroll. Kailangan na yung withholding taxes, calculate nyo. So, every month. At saka pagdating ng annual, isa-summarize nyo kasi dapat magiging eksakto yung tax nila kung magkano talaga yung actual at yung 0-0. That's why sometimes in December, nagkakaroon ng mga refunds pag sobra kaltas. Pag kulang naman, yung kailangan talagang kompletuhin. So, dapat din medyo masunod yung tamang withholding taxes kasi kapag mali yung kinakaltas nyo, pagdating ng December doon yung ikakaltas ng malaki, kawawa naman sa empleyado. Okay, so yung mga contributions din natin, kailangan ding i-monitor, baka hindi may mga nalalagtawan, so dapat continuous, lalo na hindi naman nag-leave yung mga tao or hindi naman walang earnings, regular yung earnings nila, constant na every month. So, dapat monthly din ang mga contributions. Okay? On top of these government contributions, may mga loans, may mga advances, and of course, included din dito yung leave management. Okay? OTs, nandiyan din. Hindi ko na lang inilagay dyan. Pero later on, we will be discussing overtime, probably sa part 2 na. Okay. Before the preparation of payroll, meron kayong mga kailangang nakaset up as a company. You have to have payroll policies. Saan papasok yung mga payroll policies? Dapat meron kayong agreement on leave, ilang leave ang allowed sa employee, kailan sila ma-allow ng leave, nakalagay dapat, or meron kayo dapat manual, employee manual, or at least a record of all the policies that you're going to implement. Okay? So, attendance, anong rules nyo sa attendance? Ilang minuto pwedeng malate para hindi ma-deduct sa sahod. Ano pa? Or, kung mag-under time, bawa, alas 5 ang labasan, kung na-late ng 15 minutes, pwede bang offset ng another 15 minutes? But then we have rules on overtime, mamaya i-discuss ko sa inyo. Pero yung policies nyo dito, halimbawa, hanggang 10 minutes pwedeng malate, pero pag lumagpas doon, ikakaltas na yung buong time ng nag-11. So, 11 minutes. Kakaltas nyo na. So, policies. And how often do you pay your employees? So, sabi ko nga kung twice a month, twice a year, twice a month or weekly, ganun. So, you have to set rules on this. Okay? And how do you gather data? That's also part of your plan. Paano nyo kukunin ang attendance data? May biometrics ba? Or may online logging in ba? Or dati may bandy clock. But then, ang pinaka-common ngayon is biometrics. Yung iba ID, swipe ng ID. Okay. And ano pang mga data gathering na kailangan nyo? May mga mid-year inputs, may mga commissions, kung on top of salaries, may commissions pa, may incentives. So, these things, kailangan yung alamin kung paano nyo i-gather yung mga info. Mga commission, syempre, kailangan nyo malaman yung kanilang performance. Ilan ba nabenta? Or magkano na? Na-meet ba si quota? So, these things. And of course, this data should be validated. Hindi pwedeng nag-gather lang and that's it, calculate na kayo. It's very important that you validate the info that you have gathered. Okay? Another part of your policy is cut-off dates. Ito very useful. Pag sinabi may cut-off kayo, ito yung latest date that information should be submitted. So, any transaction outside of the following deadlines will not be processed until the following pay period. Example, ang cut-off natin ng para sa sweldo ng katapusan ay hanggang 20. So, lahat na ipapasa ng 20, overtime, leave, applications, pag hindi na ibigay ng 20, na ibigay na ng 21, magre-reflect na lahat yon sa susunod na cut-off. So, ngayon, hindi mako-consider kayong absent sa leave nyo, ibabayad na lang sa inyo next payroll. Or, yung OT nyo naman, pag na-late na submission, magbabayad sa inyo the following payroll. Okay? So, yun yung mga cut-off and policies. Okay? Now, sa payroll process, pagdating sa actual payroll, ano nang mangyayari? Yung net pay daw, after adjusting taxes and other deductions, yun yung ikukwentahin nyo. Pangalawa, kailangan nyo rin i-reconcile yung mga values at i-verify for accuracy. As we mentioned dun sa previous slides, very important ang accuracy sa payroll. Okay? So, buti ng buti, if you have like 10 or 20 employees, that's quite easy to prepare. But what if you have 50, 100, yung iba thousands? Okay. Now, how do you manage your payroll? Ano yung mga methods ng pagkwenta ng payroll? You have options. Una, you can use Excel. Okay. Pangalawa, pwede kayong mag-outsource. So, may mga companies na gumagawa ng payroll. Okay? Maganda rin yung ganitong approach kasi hindi masyado nagkakaalaman ng sahod ang mga empleyado. Okay? So, minsan nagiging issue yan lalo na sa mga private organizations. Okay? Of course, it's the decision of the management kung magkano ipapasahod sa empleyado. Okay? Kaya lang minsan, we feel na mas magaling tayo, tapos pag nalaman mo yung sahod niya, mas mataas sa'yo, yun lang. Hindi issue na yung mga ganyan. Okay? So, maganda rin yung outsourcing. The third option is software. If you use a payroll software, kung gagawin ng isang payroll clerk mo ng 10 araw, kaya ka nagka-cut off so you're providing allowance for the preparation of payroll. So kung yung payroll clerk mo gagawin ng 10 araw, kung may software ka, masu-shorten yun. Baka maging 1 araw lang, minsan oras lang. Okay, so yun. Doon muna tayo sa Excel. Okay, paano gamitin ang Excel? Yung Excel na to, siyempre program mo. Una-una, kailangan marunong mag-Excel si payroll clerk. Okay, napaka-useful tool ng Excel. Hindi lang sa payroll, kundi sa accounting, at sa marami pang bagay. Okay, may mga limitations din ang Excel. Unang-una, dahil kikiin din, tapos may formula, pagka hindi mo nakopya, or mali yung na-pick up na formula, definitely magkakaroon ng errors and mistakes. So, prone siya talaga sa errors and mistakes. At if you're using Excel, mahirap ding mag-maintain ng list ng employee. Halimbawa, this cut-off, may nadagdag. Pag hindi mo nadagdag, so mali na naman. Okay? Gagawa ka na naman ng separate pay na may adjustments ka. O kaya naman, merong empleyado, hindi mo natanggal, nakalista dun sa previous payroll, tapos hindi mo natanggal, tapos na yung kanyang kontrata, halimbawa, o kaya naman, nag-resign na. So, yun yung mga possible na kailangan yung tutukan when you use Excel. Another thing, pwede ring may duplication or may natanggal, hindi mo ma-monitor. Okay? So, halimbawa, ay hindi na isama yung sahod ni ganito. So, ay nadoble pala, doble pangalan ni Juvie Kamwa dyan. So, 2 sahod. Okay? So, pwedeng hindi mo makita. And, of course, with Excel, limited din kayo sa pagmamonitor ng mga tax updates at saka mga statutory changes. So, every time may changes, papalitan nyo yung formula nyo or kailangan yung baguhin yung like, halimbawa, nagbago yung SSS table, iba na yung deduction. So, babaguhin nyo talaga yung inyong payroll. Kailangan yung i-update. So, that's also part of the things that you have to take note of as a payroll clerk. Sample ng Excel. Okay, ito very basic sample lang kasi intro pa lang tayo. No? So, the more complicated part sa susunod ng mga lessons natin. Sa intro part natin, kailangan yun munang maging familiar dun sa buong payroll process and how it's calculated. Yung entries, tuturo ko na rin dito. Okay? So, let's say, sa Excel, lalagay mo muna yung mga list na employees nyo. Ano yung gross pay niya? When you say gross pay, ito yung total earnings niya. Wala pang deductions. Okay? Wala pa rin kaltas. Wala pang kakaltas-kaltas. Halimbawa, monthly, sumusweldo ng 50,000. Gross pay niya yung 50,000. So, wala pang bawas. Yung absences, yan, depende kung number of days of absences, so kung ano ang rate niya, ipo-prorate mo yung kung monthly ang sahod niya, ipo-prorate mo yung number of days. Either i-divide mo by the number of actual days per month, depende sa company policy, or minsan ina-average na. Yung mga ibang companies, ang average monthly na pasok nila ay 22 days, 22.5. So, varying yan from company to company. So, yung mga lates, hindi nyo pwedeng i-round off. Bawa, na late ng 15 minutes, tapos gagawin nyo 30 minutes na agad, kalahating oras na ikakaltas. Bawal yun. So, kung ano lang yung actual minutes ng late, yun ang ikakaltas. Okay? At fair lang naman din yun. Okay? In other deductions, yun, mamaya natin didetalyin kung ano-ano pa yung mga ibang deductions. And if you deduct deductions, rates, and absences, sa gross pay, you get net pay. So, what's gross pay nga? I-mention ko na kanina, ito yung total money an employee is supposed to receive bago ang mga deductions. Okay? Rates and absences, ito ay dito papasok yung attendance policy ng company. Per dole, 8 hours lang ang normal working hours per day. So po pwedeng 9 hours sila nasa office pero may break time na lunch na 1 hour. Or kung gabi naman, pwedeng dinner ang break time, 1 hour. Or straight 8 hours, meron lang silang 30 minutes na meal break. And may mga snacks din naman na few minutes, pero dapat balik ka agad sa office. 30 minutes lang. Pero kung 1 hour, hindi kasama sa babayaran niya. Okay? If an employee arrived late, he should be deducted for undertime. Kapag na-late, undertime. Pag umuwi na maaga, bawas din undertime. So, undertime work on any particular day shall not be offset by overtime work on any other day. So, this is a policy of DOLE. Hindi pwede daw na kapag na-late siya ngayon or nag-undertime siya ngayon, bawa may 1 oras, bukas hindi po pwedeng pag-extendin niyo siya ng 1 oras. Ang mangyayari, undertime siya ngayon, kaltasan niyo siya ng 1 oras, bukas may overtime siya. Kasi iba yung rate ng overtime. Lugi si empleyado kapag ganun ang ginawa niyo pag may offsetting. Okay? Ano pa? Ito yung mga deductions sa payroll. Mga date, mga absences, SSS contribution, employee share of course, PhilHealth contribution, pag-ibig contribution, withholding tax. Kung may loan sa company, kakaltasin natin. Ano pa? O kaya loan na kinakaltas natin, i-remit natin kung kanino siya may loan or insurance payments. Minsan nag-agree yung company na may payment sa insurance, kakaltasin sa sa payroll, and then i-remit sa insurance company and other deductions. Bawa may cooperative, tapos kinakaltas directly sa payroll yung mga dues o kaya loans and so on. Okay? So, ang SS, alam naman natin kung anong type of benefit siya. Ang benefit nito ay if you're working, pwede kang mag-loan, pwede kang, it could also serve as insurance kasi kapag may nangyari sa'yo while at work, meron siyang tinatawag na employees compensation, some kind of insurance. Pag nagkasakit ka, meron silang mga sickness benefit, meron ding maternity benefit, may old age pension kapag and even death benefit. Okay? So, yan yung SS. Yung PhilHealth naman, we know na si PhilHealth ay para sa mga, hospital kayo. So, yung kinakalta sa inyo, meron certain amount, depende sa uri ng sakit, yun yung i-cover. Hindi nyo nababayaran kung meron kayong ganito. This is also another type of insurance. Yung pag-ibig naman is like an investment. So, bawa, pwede kang mag-loan din for housing. Okay? Pwede ka rin mag-short-term loans and access to housing programs. Okay? So, these 3 are compulsory and mandatory. Both employers and employees are required to contribute based on the monthly salary. So, merong certain bracket na sa SSS may bracket, may contribution. Now, sa PhilHealth naman, it's percentage of the pay. Yung sa pag-ibig naman, ganun din, pwedeng percentage or 100. Okay? So, employers must deduct the monthly contribution from employees' salaries and remit to corresponding government agencies. Okay? Yung withholding taxes din, kailangang bawasin kung taxable ang income mo. Of course, kung hindi taxable, walang kaltas. Okay? So, sa ngayon, sa under the train law, yung kumikita ng 20,000 and below, hindi tinakaltasan ng taxes. Okay, 20,000 and below per month. Okay. So every employer is required to deduct and withhold taxes on employees' compensation in accordance with our law, with the Philippine law. So personal income tax is collected from the employee through payroll, and the employer acts as a withholding agent. So, pag hindi nag-withhold si employer, liable siya. Kasi nga, yung mga kumpanya, they're considered withholding agents of BIR. Paano yung mga kita ng mga non-profit, nag-work ka sa isang non-profit organization? Yung income ng non-profit organization is non-taxable, exempt. Pero yung income mo, yung sahod mo as employee, taxable. So, entitled or dapat kang kaltasan ng withholding tax kung may tax ka. Okay? So, abangan nyo yung part 2. So, and if you want to ask me about the discussions I did today, pwede kayong mag-post ng questions, and rest assured, I'll give you a reply as soon as I read the questions. So, thank you very much for listening and watching, and then I hope you learn from this, and don't forget to subscribe.